Hey everyone, Camille here I'm with Hayden.
And hello everybody, and today we're gonna be doing a review. Unfortunately, I'm not here, but I'm gonna be in the background, like trying to explain stuff. Today we're gonna go over the first class and everything you need to know about him. So, yeah, the first class is Scout.
Scout, yeah. So basically, main point of Scout, he's really good at capturing objectives. He can push the payload part twice as fast. He is the fastest class in the whole game, with the second fastest being the medic.
He also has a special effect. Basically, he could double jump. So that's pretty good.
I'm sorry for the lag. The map's loading new parts, and you know.
For today, we're just gonna go over. It's like first what's that called again? Like where you get like the first weapons you get in the game.
Oh yeah, there's the scatter gun. Here, let me switch to those weapons. Here, let's first use the first weapons in the game.
You could just, if you want to see certain weapons with the scout or any other class, just let us know in the comments.
That's the bat, but these are just reskins. Like this is just the reskin. It's the exact same thing as the bat. This weapon is the exact same thing as the bat, so I'm just gonna use it. Basically,
There's scatter gun. It's not rapid fire, but if you hold down mouse 1, it can shoot. You have a maximum of 6 shots.
This thing is also the same thing as a bat, if you don't know. But okay, Scout. You see that? That's the intelligence for our team. Basically, the Scout is the best at getting it since he's really fast. If you've ever played if you've ever played games like Payload, if you ever push the payload, Scout can push it 2 times as fast. As on 2-4, where I am right now, Scout's pretty good for taking the intelligence. A big downside to Scout is that he doesn't have much health.
Yeah, so like if you go up against a pyro, he can have a flame, but I'm not going to get too much into it, but a pyro would be a good counter because it has burning damage.
But you can also counter pyro as Scout too, because you're fast and pyro's flame doesn't reach that far.
Just have to make sure you stay back as far as possible.
So this is the stock. This is the stock.
The second.
Okay, wait. Okay, so this is just a skin. This is just a skin I just added. But the scattergun has basically stock. Has no negative attributes, but nothing special about it either. I just thought there was a pyro. That pyro's gonna shoot at me. Anyway. Oh god, countered. No health kit, come on. Oh, there we go. That was close. Still burning. Okay, that was really close. Anyway, this is a stock weapon. A stock has no positive things about it, but it doesn't have any negative things about it either. So it's pretty good. If you had but if you didn't have Scout, I'd say the worst Scout weapon would be the baby face blaster. That would be the worst. But if you want to go as like spy Scout, you can equip the back whatever. I don't know the name. I forgot the name.
The backscatter.
Yeah, the backscatter or whatever.
So basically, the backscatter does a lot of extra damage when you shoot from behind. For the second weapon, that in the scout stock area, it's the pistol. So it's a rapid fire shooting pistol and it has a maximum of 12 shots before reloading. But his reloading time for the pistol is actually really fast.
Yes, he rolls pistol. It's more of a long range weapon.
Yeah, scattergun it's good for like. It's good for like if.
If you wanted to kill for Scout, if you wanted to kill people with the scattergun, it's better to go up close. Because going up close... Okay, because going up close... Since the scattergun shoots pellets, as you can see I'm shooting right now. Since the scattergun shoots pellets, it's better to go up close. Cause it's like a shotgun, but it's a tiny bit better than a shotgun. It has 6 rounds reload time. Okay, God. No. Why am I still on fire? I'm in the water. No.
Now, just a quick advice. The only time you really want to use the pistol is when there's somebody really close up to you, and you don't have enough time to reload your scatter gun, and all you can do is rapid fire shoot. You want to kill them as fast as possible. Like if you're at low health, you'd want to switch to that and just like rapidly fire at it.
Now, switching from pistols, let's go to throwable objects and drinks. Basically, what I'm holding here is called Mad Milk. Um, it can help you like a lot when you're battling somebody. Let's
Yeah,
say
you throw
if you have,
mad milk at other
yeah, you
players. It does. It's not. It's for. It's like damaging other players. It doesn't help yourself.
it doesn't damage. No, it doesn't damage the enemy. Basically, what it does is if you get an enemy in this stuff, if you get an enemy covered in this stuff, then whoever attacks them gets health.
Yeah.
And if you already know about everything about Team Fortress 2 and you just, oh no, and you just listen to us babble on about stuff you already know, well, I don't know why you're watching this video.
Yeah.
Here,
So.
demonstrate it. Oh yeah, it can also, if you're on fire and you use Mad Milk on yourself, you can also you get yourself on not on fire or deflame, yeah, whatever. Now,
You basically put yourself out.
moving on to the drinkables. There's not much to say about it. It's just I don't. There's two of them. One is Bonk, Atomic Punch, or one is Trillion. Yeah, and the other is
Critical.
Critical. Yeah.
So the bonk, when you drink it, you basically have this. You go into third person and you have this weird blur behind you, and basically you can't attack, but you also can't be damaged. So bonk is its strategy is to basically escape from death.
But one downside to Bonk, you can't attack while having it on. It makes you invincible, but the thing is, when it wears off, you get a you become slow for a little while. Let me show you.
Yeah. Also, you have to drink it in a safe area, because sometimes it takes like a few seconds for it before you could. It's like maybe like 1 second. So sometimes they can kill you as you're drinking it, and then you'll die before you get the chance to drink the bonk.
Okay.
So that's kind of like one of the downsides.
So the scout, a bit okay. So once you first start the game, they'll have this item, this thing called the bat. I'm just using the frying pan. It's the same exact thing as the bat. Don't worry, it's the same exact thing. But basically the frying pan or the bat, Scout uses his melee weapon the fastest. He hits the fastest with his melee weapon, so he can get a lot of hits. But the problem is he does the least damage with his melee weapons. Instead of having like 64 damage, I think, he does like.
Oh, and also to the final drinkable, the Criticola, what it does is there's these things in the game called criticals. They basically let you do extra damage, but the thing is, the Criticola, it would be too overpowered if you gave it criticals, so it'll give you something called mini criticals, which are like in between the two, and it does more damage, but not as much as a regular crit.
Okay, now let's move on to like throwable melees. Like melees are meant to be from a close range, but some weapons like the Rap Assassin or the Sandman can throw stuff. Basically, for the Sandman, you have to hit them from a long range or in the head, and you can stun them apparently. And the Rap Assassin, if you hit them with the ornament, basically if you have an ornament and you throw it, and if you hit somebody with ornament, they'll have a bleed effect. But the downside to this weapon is that it does a lot less damage because you're hitting them with the cardboard tube.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And back to scatterguns. There's a lot of different like this. One of my least favorite scatterguns, the Babyface Blaster. It's one of the people say it's one of the worst scatterguns there is. Don't use it. It's the stock scattergun is way better than it. So I
mean, you could try it. It requires a lot of skill though.
I wouldn't recommend using it. And then basically what's bad about it is as you hit people, you become more faster. But the more damage you take, or every time you double jump, you'll lose that speed, which is really down.
Yeah. It's very hard to use. There's also something called the what was it called again? The one that has 2 shots in it.
Isn't that wait? I'm moving on to the shortstop. The shortstop has only 4 shots in it, but it shoots really fast. But unlike the scattergun that shoots like 6 pellets or something, this one shoots only 4. The scattergun shoots like 10, right? No, scattergun shoots like 10 pellets, but this one only shoots 4. So you might be asking, why would you use this weapon? Well, 1, it reloads really fast, way faster than the scattergun, and 2, you can shove people. Shoving people, you can shove them back, like your enemies, throw them off cliffs, and it's actually really helpful for a lot of things.
Yeah.
I once liked to use it, but you have to have good aim.
There's also a lot of other weapons for the scout. A lot of them have the same type of,
Oh god,
basically
the
like,
sentry.
they both do the same basic thing. But we're not going to go through all of them. If you want a specific weapon, like I said, just leave it in the comments below.
Okay.
If you do something for the pyro and we haven't made a video for the pyro yet, we'll take your request, but we're going to wait until we do the stock weapons for the pyro. We're going to do them all in order.
This is the other type of scattergun, the force of nature. Basically, what this only has 2 shots in it, but I'm pretty sure if you like to look at guns, you're pretty sure you already know what this is. Basically, it shoots more pellets than a scattergun, and it shoots really fast. And the reload is also pretty fast. But the problem is it's only 2 shots, so if you miss, basically you gotta have a really good aim if you want to use this weapon, because if you miss, you only have 2 shots, and then you have to reload again, and then 2 shots again. Another handy tip is when you're jumping, and let's say you fail, you can use the thing to boost you up a bit. I just failed.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only other type of 2-shot weapon for the scout.
I just got headshotted.
Yeah, that's pretty much the main scout weapons.
But if you ever get the weapon called the pocket Pretty Boy's pocket pistol, it recently got a buff because of well, not that recent, but it got a buff from the Jungle Inferno update, which gives it basically you get 7 health per shot, and you get 15% more faster shot. So you shoot faster. The only problem is your clip size is a lot smaller. Before it only gave you like 5 health, but now it's almost like a direct upgrade to the Scout's pistol. Like, watch. I just got hit, and if I shoot somebody, see, I just got health.
But yeah,
I was on fire underwater.
so yeah, that's pretty much for like the scout. There's a lot of other weapons that we could have gone over, but it would take so long to go over all the weapons. So if you want to see a specific one, like I said, leave it in the comments. And that's pretty much it.
We'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.